Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the Reverse Grid Championship on GT Sport. This is the third race of the special event at round 4, double points. Again, reverse grid, Mr. Slow on pole in the Audi TT, Nick Hash alongside him in the Megane. Then we've got Seek 1 in the Porsche, getting ready for a start. Waiting for the lights to go on. Waiting for a start. Lights out now. Off we go. Nick Hash, brilliant start. Mr. Slow on a slow start, obviously for the front wheel drive. Bidzster and TY in the TT as well at the back, so pretty slow. There's a bit of bumping and boring in the mid-pack. Danny Quaver and Task 1 and getting into contact already. A couple of cars further back, but everyone else through cleanly. Nick Hash in the lead into Druids. Rodas, Danny Quaver, Mr. Slow on, Task 1. And at the back, Neil Farmack right on the inside of Jamo, trying to ride the curb. Nick Hash off the road. Nick Hash got off the road from the lead. Danny Quaver up the inside in the Ferrari. Up against Mr. Slow on, sideways from Danny Quaver. Quite a good little scrap further back. Rodas is in the lead. Cyrex up the inside of Task 1. Everyone else bumping and boring mid-pack, trying to scramble for a position. Bidzster going well from the back of the pack. TY getting caught up in the pack. Keith in the McLaren going through on Neil as well. Everyone in almost into one. Rodas in the lead. Mr. Slow on, Danny Quaver, Cyrex, Task 1. They're your top 5. Bidzster through into 6th place. Danny Quaver off the road. No, Danny Quaver off the road. Right back in the Ferrari. There he goes, all the way at the back, all the way near the back. Unlucky there. Liliam not in this one due to connection difficulties. As we go through Sheen Curve now. Seat 1 having a look up the inside of Jamo, but no way through there. Jamo in a big fat GTR says no, you do not. So obviously Jamo in the 4-wheel drive option this time. Rodas still in the lead up front in the Hyundai FR, right up front. Mr. Slow on FF front wheel drive in the TT. Cyrex next in. I can't tell what that is at the minute. I'll wait till the camera zooms in. There he is, he's in a Nissan. Then we've got Task 1 in a Nissan 4-wheel drive, and then we've got Bidzster in the front wheel drive TT, who's gone up the inside of Jamo. We've got 4 wide further back. Keith, Neil, Seat 1, TY in the Aston Martin. Seat 1 up the inside of Neil on the curb. He's going to lose out to TY here as well because he's lost his run. TY looking at the inside of Neil Farmack to no avail. That TT very good into the corners. Meanwhile, Bidzster's up to 3rd. He's past Mr. Slow on and Task 1. 3rd place for Bidzster. He's on the move in this. Obviously loving the front wheel drive. And Cyrex now battling for the lead with Rodas. Very close together as they come down the straight. Rodas on the outside. Cyrex to the inside in the 4-wheel drive. Goes through for the lead. Bidzster closing up now. Bidzster looking to pounce. Rodas goes wide. Bidzster on the outside. There's going to be no way around the outside into Westfield. Into Westfield we go. Side by side. Cyrex and Task 1 with Jamo in the background. Bidzster going for 2nd. And he's got it into Sheen Curve. Mr. Slow on goes onto the dirt. Task 1 into 4th place. Jamo 5th. Looking for a way through. Fantastic stuff. Bidzster challenges Cyrex for the lead already. Oh, he's on such a good pace, Bidzster, in this one. Cyrex is as well, though. Cyrex will not give up lightly. Bidzster looking left and right already. Trying to get that pressure on, trying to get the lead as early as he can. Because obviously that front-wheel drive will burn its tyres up come near the end of the race. He's going to go through. He's on the inside. He's got a good overspeed in that TT. And into Paddock Hill Bend. Bidzster takes the lead on lap 3. From more or less from the back of the grid. Well done to Bidzster into 1st place. Cyrex is going to try and stay with him now. As we look further back. Oh, Mr. Slow on off the road there. I think he just went wide. There were no contact, I think. Just went wide. Jamo, 4th place. Rodas, 5th. Neil wanting to be 5th. Boom, boom, boom. Quick as that. Fantastic stuff. Neil Farmack right behind Rodas, looking for a way through in that yellow TT. And Rodas goes wide, bit of contact there, but I think everything's okay. TY looking for a way through in the Aston Martin behind. TY running the FR car. Rodas in FR. The TT of Neil is front wheel drive. So opting to go in the front wheel drive for this one. And obviously whatever they've not done in these races will be the one that they use in the last one. Rodas goes to the inside, defends. Neil Farmack trying to go around the outside. And in the TT you can, because she'll have the grip and the speed, and he does so. Neil Farmack round the outside into 5th place. TY looking for a way through past Rodas now, but again, can't capitalise, but he can now. Rodas goes off, gives TY a helping hand, takes himself off, wheel on the grass, and then he goes right back to 9th place. It's amazing, you can just lose 3 or 4 spots in a blink of an eye in LPB racing. It all happens that quick. So good stuff there by everyone. Rodas goes back there. Nick Hash all the way back there in the McGann after a horrible start. Just spinning out after the second corner. Not good. And then that's the person that's benefited from all this. Bidzster worked his way through the pack and obviously took advantage of some incidents as well and got into the lead already in the 28s. So good times there by Bidzster. The times on the right hand side of your screen there, and it's just gone purple again. So Bidzster getting on with it. Cyrex trying to stay with him in the GTR. We all know how much Bidzster likes front wheel drivers. Neil up the inside of Jamo there, a bit of contact. Jamo continues with the place, and then we've got TY looking to take advantage as well. And he goes through in the Aston Martin. So TY back through into up to 5th place now. And now Neil goes wide. Neil goes wide off the track there. I don't think there was contact there, but we'll go down towards Hawthorne, round Hawthorne. That's where the Nissan and the TT are quite good. The Aston Martin will struggle a bit more around these corners. Seat 1, grass cutting in the background as well. Rodas goes up the inside into Westfield. You can just see on camera there, but then he goes wide onto the gravel. No! Round he goes, gets too excited, thinks, oh, I've got a place here, and then goes, whoops, onto the grass, and now he's got to do it all again. There's Jamo, 4th place. TY and Neil right behind him. 2 GTRs leading, an Aston and a TT. And Neil Farmer looking for the cutback, and he'll have good straight line speed in that TT. There he goes, the yellow car at the back of that train. Looking for a way around TY. He's not going to find a way into Paddock Hill Bend. He's not close enough yet. As we go around here down towards Druids, we've got Jamo closing up to the back of Task 1 though. He's looking for the inside. Up the inside he goes. Task 1, well, just come on right in, Jamo. Leaves the door wide open. Could have got a bus through there. As he goes down towards Graham Hill Bend, defending again, but Jamo around the outside, not want to give up for a move, and Jamo goes right around the outside of him. Thank you very much, old chum, and I'll take that. TY defending his place from Neil Farmack, but to no avail. Neil Farmack goes through in the TT, as expected. TY falls a bit further back, but he gets a good run out of there though, so he's not letting Neil Farmack go by any means. But Jamo has now gone back down to 4th place, so he's got a penalty of some sort, because the car's going invisible there. So Jamo had a penalty there of some sort, might have gone wide or took too much of a corner cut at Graham Hill Bend or something, I don't know. Or it might have been for going wide. But got to watch out for them penalties. They can make or break a race sometimes. They're not as they're not that effective really. They're just enough to let you lift off and have to lift off at the line. They don't really change races that often, but they are there, and they are there to be respected. The track limits, got to keep within the track. As we go into clearways now. Again, watching Jamo and Task 1. Task 1 doing a good job of keeping this train behind him so far. So a good solid 3rd place for now as Neil Farmack takes advantage of a small mistake from Jamo. And Jamo goes back 2 places, got a nice bit of a squirm out of that corner. And Jamo again with more penalty to clear. So obviously been cutting the corners too much. So Jamo back down to 6th place. And Neil Farmack now right behind Task 1 looking for a way through and defending from TY at the same time. So TY goes wide, Jamo's going to be through in that 4-wheel drive. The 4-wheel drive runs out the corner and the acceleration, but TY's not going to give up. And Neil now gets a good run on Task 1 out of that corner. Task 1 goes a bit wide. The 4-wheel drive cars do tend to understeer a bit more. And Neil Farmack goes through into 3rd place. We'll probably see him pull away on this straight now, but Task 1's not giving up. Whoa, right behind him. No quarter given, but Neil Farmack again with that TT gets a good run out of the corner into Hawthorne, round Hawthorne into Westfield. Task 1 defending from TY. This is the battle to watch. At the minute, TY goes to the inside of Task 1 down towards Sheen Curve. Brave stuff. Side by side through here. Task 1's not going to give up though. He's going to start, but the thing is, you've got to really concede the place if you're on the outside there. Otherwise, that happens. So you can't always fight every single battle. But TY wins that one. 4th place to TY. Jamo 5th. Task 1 back down to 6th place. Let's have a little look further back here. We've got Keith and Seat 1 close together. Mr. Slow 1 as well. And then we've got Nick Hash, who's just passed Rodas in the background. So Nick Hash no longer in last place. That is now Rodas in 11th. So Rodas doing well in this one. And then Task 1 there. falling back off the pack a bit. Task 1 falling back a little bit, but obviously just struggling with understeering that Nissan. Not two words that usually go together, Nissan GTR and understeer, but unfortunately in this GR4 class it is the case. There's Jamo now, but again trying to get ghosting again, trying to get rid of some sort of penalty that he's carrying there. So Jamo really needs to watch out for them penalties. There's TY in front in the Aston Martin. Meanwhile, Bidzster's lead now is up to almost like a whopping 8 seconds. So Bidzster way ahead now. They're coming out of Westfield, and there's Cyrex just coming towards Westfield. So good gap there between them two. Neil Farmack in 3rd place now. Hopefully try and start to catch Cyrex. So Cyrex got to watch out for his mirrors after a few laps because Neil will be on it. There he is in the GTR. And oh, there's TY running a bit wide and don't want to do that with Jamo right behind him. Jamo's close up into Sterling's. Gets a good run out. Clearly the FR cars are not the cars to choose, but obviously you've got to run at least one in one of the races to keep it fair. So 4 races, 4 different drivetrains. FF, which is front engine front wheel drive. FR, which is front engine rear wheel drive. MR, which is mid engine rear wheel drive, and then 4-wheel drive at the end. Obviously you don't have to run him in that order, you can run him in whatever order you want. Jamo goes how far, hits the gravel, goes right round 360, and how he kept that off the wall there, I do not know. Good recovery there from Jamo, but now Task 1's right up behind him again. So Task 1 closes up after dropping right back, but Jamo's tyres will have been destroyed in that spin. As you can see there, tyres overheating, and no contact between him and Task 1 there, battling as they come down towards the next corner, but Jamo stays ahead for now. Jamo stays ahead for now, as in the background we've got Keith with Seat 1 behind him, and then we've got Mr. Slow One with Nick Hash right behind him as well. So Nick Hash looking for vengeance in this race. Mr. Slow One with a bit of a slow run, no pun intended, out of that corner. But again, the TT, such a fast car in a straight line. Look how he just pulls away from that McGann. Brilliant stuff. As we go around Hawthorne now, that's where the McGann is good, and he's up the inside, and he's not going to get through there. Mr. Slow One holds his ground for now, doing well in that TT. And Nick Hash goes to the inside now. We're not going to give up lightly. Mr. Slow One, again, Mr. Slow One not giving up there. Into the next corner, but from now off onto the grass. It's too wide into the corner. Pressure got to him, and then loses a place back down to 10th place. Nick Hash up to 9th now. He's going to have to try and catch his fellow countryman, Seat 1. In the Porsche Cayman in 8th place, who was then on the back of Keith. Jamo going really slow there. I don't know what's wrong with Jamo there, but he's going really slow. Unless he's got bad damage from that spin. Oh, and there's a car off there, TY. Oh no, I can tell you what that is. TY has disconnected from the race. TY unfortunately disconnects back down to 10 people, so unlucky there for TY. That'll not be good for his championship at all. Bidzster will be smiling from ear to ear now. More points in the bag for Bidzster as long as he keeps it going around these last few laps. Cyrex there in 2nd place with a nice neat gap there to Neil Farmack, so a bit more spread out in this one. But again, we've got a few battles further back. There's Jamo 5th, Keith 6th, and then we've got Battle of the Belgians here. Nick Hash catching up to Seat 1. So again, 2 cars running close together. Nick Hash looking for the inside into Hawthorne. He's going to try and get past on power in the McGann, but that's not going to work. He's going to have to try into another corner. I think Seat 1's tyres are more or less finished in that Porsche. As he goes into Westfield, defends slightly, runs a bit wider though. Nick Ash is going to be right behind him. I don't know whether that was lag or contact, but there was a bit of something there. Down towards Sheen Curve, Keith ahead. Seat 1 on, Nick Ash loses the back end again. That McGann is a very twitchy car, that MR McGann. Mid-engine rear drive in a McGann, not what you usually have, but it is the trophy version. It's the road version of the GT car, but it really looks like it's a very snappy car to handle. As we've got Jamo and Task 1 now. Jamo ahead of Task 1 onto the last lap of the race. Jamo into Paddock Hill Bend ahead of Task 1. Task 1 not giving up though. Jamo almost makes that mistake again. Runs a bit wide out of Paddock Hill Bend, but gathers it up into Druids. Round Druids nice and neatly. Nick Ash now catches up and passes Seat 1 into 7th place, so decent recovery there from Nick Hash. Now he's got to try and get past Keith on this last lap. He's got to try and push for an extra place. Keith will not give up easy. Keith will not give up at all. As we look at Jamo and Task 1, they're still running quite close together on this last lap, so still anything could happen here. So Jamo coming down into Hawthorne for the last time, still ahead. Meanwhile in the background, Keith and Nick Hash very close together as well. Nick Hash going for the inside into Westfield. He's a bit of contact there, but he goes on the inside. Keith with a little nudge from the back. Nick Hash goes through. So well done there to Nick Hash. But here's Bidzster flashing his lights. He's happy, weaving across the line. It's a good win in race 3 again for Bidzster. It's a good job by Bidzster. That's 2 wins out of 4 in this race. Well done for Bidzster. Cyrex in second place. So Bidzster wins, Cyrex second. Neil Farmack across the line in 3rd position in the Audi TT. Jamo is going to come across the line in 4th place, we think. Is he slowing up? No, it's just the camera angle. Jamo 4th, Task 5th. Nick Hash in 6th position. Keith's going to get passed by Seek. No. Keith 7th, Seek 8th. Good race by them. Mr. Slow one in 9th place there. And then Rod Ash rounds out the 10 with TY being a disconnection. So there's okay guys, let's run you through the results of that race then. So Bidzster was your winner in the Audi TT Cup. Then it was Cyrex in 2nd place, 10 seconds behind. So Bidzster with a commanding lead there in 2nd place. Then it's Neil Farmack 3rd in the other TT Cup. Jamo 4th in the GTR. And Task 1 5th, also in the GTR. 6th is Nick Hash in the Megane Trophy. Then it was Keith in the McLaren in 7th place. 8th place Seat 1 in the Porsche Cayman. Mr. Slow 9th in the TT Cup. Rodas 10th in the Hyundai Genesis. Unfortunately Danny Quaver disconnecting, and so it does TY, so no points for them. Bidzster fastest lap 128.8. So there's your winner guys. Around here somewhere, we'll just back up the camera a bit so you can see him. There he is, Bidzster. There's Bidzster. So there's your winner, and we'll see you guys next time for race 4.